Hello guys, welcome to our channel, and today's our topic is very important because in this topic we will cover almost all the examples on and all the formulas which an Excel user should know. And the benefit of this video is that you will cover all the formulas which are necessary, as well as all the formulas which are somehow different, and will help you to get the more understanding, and it will help you to become more efficient and more effective in the Excel. So here you can see the different formulas that we will discuss. Some of these are written here, and again we'll discuss LCM, GCD, how can we calculate is odd function, is even, and how we can identify is this is text or not. And in this we will discuss AND function, which will create the difference and will tell us that the limits and the limited values, as well as we can join the values. Here we will use a VLOOKUP function, and in this we will just convert the numbers into Romans. And how can we get the square of the number, and how can we find out the square root, the power of the formula. And here we also know that the number of characters in our a system. So what the number of character, or what the character is in the number 124 or 14 to 25, and this will also know. And in this we will also get how we can change the text into proper, and how can we change into the uppercase, lowercase, and some other formulas like what is the length and how many characters in it, and how can we remove the unnecessary spaces written here, and exact what we can find out the exact numbers, either both the numbers are exact or not. And other the last one we will also got the same, how can we match all the words. So we'll start our lecture without wasting our time. We'll start our lecture with this simple example. Here the sheet of the marks of the students, and we will just need to know the total numbers, and with the help of our sum formula you can get the total number. So how can we use the sum formula? You have to just only write here equals to SUM and bracket open. Now in the sum formula we will get the total number of we will get the total numbers. So you have to just select the length, and in the length in which you want to get the total number, so you have to just click here. So here you can see it summed up all the numbers, and if you want to get the remaining, so you have to just drag it down, so the formula will automatically applicable to all the remaining cells. This is how our sum formula completed. Now if you want to calculate the average of the numbers, so you have to just use the average function. And how can we use the average function? You have to just write it equals to AVERAGE, average, and bracket open. Now again you have to select all the length of the students marks, and bracket close. Here you can see equals to average, and in bracket we just only select all the values. Now bracket close, and here you get the average. So you have to again just drag it down, so it will automatically calculate the values. If suppose I just write here 70, so you can see the values changed, and it will also change the average. So I just again write here 56. Now we use if function. We only use if function to get the ranks, or to give the students the ranks. So how can we give the Paul a rank? And if its average is 76, how we can give the rank to Mark if its average is 85? So we just use the if formula. If formula is very helpful. You have to just write equals to if. We have to just make concentration on it because it is little more complicated. So how can we use if function? You have to just write it equals to if. Now you have to just give it that G2 address. If G2 greater than equals to 90, comma, and inverted comma, it will give grade A, inverted comma close. Again I repeat, equals to if, bracket open, if the average of G2 is greater than 90, then it will give A grade, comma. Now again, if inverted comma open, if G2 greater than equals to 80, it will give B grade. If G2 greater than equals to 80, if it gives B grade. Again, if G2 greater than equals to 70, it gives C grade. Else, again I write if G2 greater than equals to 60, it gives D grade. And in the last one, if below that, it will gives comma, if below that, it will gives F grade. Now closing the brackets. Now I just repeat again, if Paul gets which is address G2 gets greater than 90, grade will be A. In else function, we again write if G2 got greater than equals to 80, the grade will be B. If G2 gets greater than 70, the grade will be C. If G2 gets greater than 60, the grade will be D. And if all the criteria are not fulfilled, then it will give automatically grade F. So first it will check the criteria of 90. If anyone got 90, then it will stop here. If the person did not get the 90 or more than 90, it will check another criteria, and in other criteria, if it will fulfill, then it will give B grade. And if the person got below 80, then it will also check another criteria. This is how if function works. So you have to just write your enter, and here you can see it gives C grade. Now you have to just drag it down, and it will automatically check the criterias. Here you can see nobody got A grade because the values here given or the average the person got below 90. So we just for the sake of test we just increase the number of one student, and we just only want to check whether the person got. Here you can see the person got more than 90% average, so he will get the status of, or he will get the rank A. In the same way, how can we calculate the maximum? So basically maximum is very easy. You have to just write here equals to max bracket open. So what the maximum function does, maximum function will tell you the greatest value in these whole numbers. So how can you find out? You have to just write here equals to max and select all the numbers in which you want to find out the maximum number. So you have to just close the bracket, and you will get the 100, because in the whole values 100 is the maximum marks which is got by mark. In the same way, if you want to get the minimum, so you have to just write here min bracket open, and you have to again select all the values, and you have to just close the bracket. It will tells you the minimum value in the function. Now we just want to know the count. So count is basically count the total numbers or the total series. So you have to just write equals to count and bracket open. Now it says values, so you can count any value, like I just count these values and close the bracket. So now it tells you the total number of counts. So basically the total number of counts are 7, so it gives you the 7. Now we will count A, so you have to just write it equals to count A and bracket open. Now in the count A, if you select the all numbers, and here you can see it will give you the answer, because in count A you can also count the alphabets. So this is how our count A function works. And in the last if formula, so I just write here the if formula, because as I told this is somehow complicated. So if I just write here the formula, so how can we just write the formula? You have to first write the apostrophe, then you have to just copy the formula and paste it. So in the way you will get the formula, copy and paste it. I just repeat the same function for these so that you will get the better understanding of the formulas, and it will help you to understand how I write the formula here. I just again copy here, and again I just go here and I just go here and paste it. In this way our first sheet completed. Now we just proceed to our second sheet, and in the second sheet here you can see the LCM and GCD, which is the highest common factor or the greatest common divisor. Basically these are used in the mathematics. So LCM, if you want to calculate the LCM of two numbers or more than two numbers, you have to just give the numbers. So how LCM will be calculated? You have to just write it equals to LCM bracket open, which is the least common divisor. You have to select all the values and you have to just close the bracket. You will get the LCM and you have to just drag it down, so it will automatically give the LCMs. And in the same way, if you want to know the greatest common divisor, the greatest value in which both these can be divided, so you have to just write your GCD bracket open. Now you have to just give the values and you have to just close the bracket. In the way you will get the values. Now if you want to check the values, either the values are odd or either the values are even, so it will be helpful for you to use the is odd function for knowing the values, whether the values are odd. And if you want to know whether the values are even, so you will get the values. So I just want to know whether the values are even or not, or whether the values is odd. So equals to odd will be odd, and in the odd you have to just first write is odd. It means is the values are odd or not. Now it says number, so you have to just give the number and close the bracket. It says false, you have to just drag it down. So if it says false, it means 78 is not odd, it is even. And if I want to check the even, so you have to just write here equals to is even. Now it says number, so you have to just give the number, so it will tells you the true. You have to just drag it down. Basically the values which are false, which are not odd, it is all obvious, it is even. So if the value is false in odd, it will be true in even. This is how the is odd function and is even function works. Now in this value you have to just want to know is text. It means if the value given here is text or not. So how you can know? You have to just write here equals to is text and bracket open. You have to just give the cell address and now enter. Now again you have to just drag it down. So here you can see the values. January, it says true because January is all the in text, and 45 is false because 45 is a number, and it says true, and it says true dollar, it says true. 1.2 is false because it is number. In this way we have completed our second sheet. Now we'll proceed our third sheet, and in the third one we just want to know the values. And for make it simple, I just make some example like I just want to know whether the values or I want to only want to get the values which are greater than 100 and less than 150. So how can I get? I just use the AND function, like equals to, and I just write here AND bracket open. Now it says first logical value, so I just want to know the B2 address. If B2 is greater than 100, means I want to know the values which is greater than 100. And again the second criteria, which is if B2 less than 150. I'm just repeating again, I just want to know the values which are greater than 100, so I just use the first logical value, and the second I just want to know the values which are less than 150. So it will tell me only the values which are less than 100, greater than 100 and less than 150. So equals true. Here true means the value written here is less than 150 and greater than 100. So if I just write here 600, so it will tell false because the value is greater than 100 but it is not less than 150. So I just again write here 125, so it says true. It means the value which is written here is greater than 100 but lesser than 150. This is how you can use the AND function to make a parameter that will help you to get the more values, or it will help you to make an indicator of the values. Now here you can see the name, first name and the last name, and if you want to join the two text, how you can join, you have to just use the function which is concatenate function. So you have to just write it concatenate, and here you can see the function. You can if you get the function, you can double click on it, so it will give you the function. Now it says the first text, so I just write here first text. Now it says comma, so I just write here comma. Now it says second text, so I just give it the second text, so then close the bracket. Here you can see it join the two numbers, so I just write here and drag it down. This is how our concatenate function completed. Now in this function we will just use VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP is a very important tool, so I just cover it in this example. So how you can use VLOOKUP function, you have to just write here VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP basically only look the values and give you the value of that concerned function. Like if I just write here VLOOKUP and it says what value you want to look up, so I just use the address which is A10, and I want to get the values for the address 10. And now it says from which table I extracted data or which table I use, so I just give it the table. Now comma, I want to get the values of bracket true, which is bracket A and column A and column B. So I just want to know the value of column 2, so I just write here 2, and for logical I just use 0 for getting the exact value. So here you can see Steven. So Steven got the value which is $471, and if I just write here Paul, so here you can see what the Paul gives us. So the Paul gives us 125 because the Paul is written here. This is how VLOOKUP function works. You have to just give it the value and it will automatically gives you the answer. Like James got 369, so I just copy here the whole function, so it will help you to get the better understanding of it. This is how our third sheet completed. Now I will just proceed over another sheet in which we will get the values in Roman function. How the 4 will be written in Roman, so you have to just write your equals to ROMAN Roman bracket open. You have to give value and you have to just close the bracket. So in Roman 4 will be written here in this way, and you have to just track it down, so it will gives you the value. Now if you want to change, so it will also give you another value. This is how we can convert the numbers into Romans. Now for square means if you want to know the square of the two, you have to manually make a formula. Like I just select the D and use multiplication operator, and again select the same function, then it will gives you the square, which means using the same function for multiplication D5 and again multiply the same with D5, you can make it for cube root and for different other functions. And now I just use it for square, so here you will get the square. And in the vice versa, how if the value is given here and you want to know the square root, so how you can get the square root, you have to just write here equals to SQRT bracket open. You have to give the number and you have to enter here, so it will gives you the square root. Then you have to just drag it down, so it will automatically give you the whole function here. This is how our whole square root function completed. Now comes up power, which will also cover our square function. So if you want to give the power, like if you want to know the if I just give the 2 power 5, so what the value is, so you have to just write here equals to per power bracket open. In this you have to write the two things, which is first is number, so you have to select the number, comma. Now want to raise the power by 2, so you have to just write here 2. If you want to raise the power by 3, you have to just write 3. I just want to raise the power by 3, so you can see the value. If we raise the power 2 by 3, so it will give you the 8. This is how the power function works. And in the last you can see the character. Basically we also know that in our computer system there are 256 characters, so you want to know the character in 1/24th number. So how you can get, you have to just write here equals to CHAR for character, and you have to just give your number. It will gives you the character. So in 1/24 there is the character written here, and in these you can see the character. This is how, this is very unique and very creative things to understand. So our hashtag is in the 35th number, and this is how you can get the values. Now we will come up our second last sheet. So here you can see in this I just want to know, I just want to convert all the values in uppercase, sorry, in proper function. In proper, we all know that first letter will be capital and the remaining will be small. So how you can use, you have to just write a proper function. We will use equals to per proper bracket open. You have to give it the text, and you have to just close the bracket. This is how it converts the proper, and you have to just drag it down. So here you can see first letter will be capital and the remaining of the text will be small, and again the first letter will be capital and remaining will be in the small. This is how our proper function works. Now we just proceed our upper basically changes all the characters in the uppercase. So how it change, you have to just write here equals to upper upper, and you have to select, and you have to paste the text, and it will give the uppercase. Now I just drag it down, so it will give all the values in the uppercase. The vice versa of it is, if the values are given in uppercase, so how you can convert it into lowercase, you have to just write here equals to lower lower and bracket open. You have to just select the text, and it will convert all the uppercase characters into lower characters. This is how our proper uppercase and lower function works. I just copy the function for you, so that you will get the better understanding of it, how this function will works, and what are the benefits of these formulas, and how you can use it by seeing these formulas. This is how our second last sheet completed. Now proceed to our last sheet. In the last sheet we will use some of the different some unique functions, like len length. Length will basically calculate, or length will basically tell us the total number of characters used in the word, so or used in the cell. We just write here equals to len and bracket open. Now you have to just give it the text, and you have to just close the brackets. Now it says 5. It means in Apple we use 5 alphabetic letters, 5 alphabetic characters. So I just drag it down, so it says the values. Now you can see in John Mark it says 9, and here you can see John has 4 and Mark has 4 letters, so it says 9 because it also calculate the space, because in computer in any digital value, space is also included as a character, so it will gives you the character. Now you can see the value here. It's in this value there are 5 characters, but it says 7 because I put 2 spaces between it, so it will calculate 7, and it calculate all the characters. Here you can see the 7 because 4 characters are 4 alphabetic letters you can see, and the remaining 3 spaces also here. This is how len will calculate all the characters including the space. And in the same function, how trim function works, trim function will remove all the unnecessary spaces. So you have to just write here equals to trim, bracket open, you have to give the text and close the bracket and enter here. Now you can see the apple, and I just drag it down. So here you can see it removes all the unnecessary spaces, like I put many spaces before the apple, and I just put some apple spaces before this apple. I put unnecessary spaces here, so it remove all the unnecessary spaces and put only one space here. This is how our trim function works. Now our exact function, how exact function will works. Our exact function will tells either the two values are exact or not. So how you have to just write here equals to exact, bracket open, you have to select the first text and you have to select the second text and you have to close the bracket. So it says true, it means both the cells are exact, and I just drag it down. So here you can see the true, false. False means 81 or 18 are different, 49 49 are same. It will also exact will also tell either the text are same or not, and it also tells the numbers either the numbers are same or not. In the last we also discussed our concatenate function in previous, so I just again repeated concatenate. Concatenate will join the two words. So you have to just write here concatenate, or you will get the value here. So you have to just double click on it. It says first, yes, you have to just select the first cell. Now it says second, so I just select the second cell and right here. So you can see it gives you, or it joins the two characters. And here I want to teach another thing, which is here you can see it gives no space here. So how can you get the space and how it will gives you the space? So we will discuss in our another lecture for saving your time and for making better, and to teach all the formulas in a limited time. I just make it in a hurry so that you will get a better understanding within a short span of time. And this way we have completed our all formulas, and if you enjoy our video and if you get the benefit of it, and hopefully it is beneficial for you, you will get all the formulas which will be helpful in you in future, and will help you in our Excel users to get the better understanding of it. So if you like our video, please share and subscribe it. Thank you so much for watching our formulas, and if you face any confusion, you can write in our comment section. We will surely give the reply. Thank you.